Hi, welcome in. This is my first time going live, so I'm going to see how this goes. I'm going to try to do a live reading for the shadow in the shadows. This is an in the shadows reading, and this is for the sign of Virgo. So welcome in, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this is about shadow work that Virgo that you might need to do. This could be about your own personal shadow, working on subconscious blockages. And I'm already feeling like a throat chakra blockage. But you could have something around you, also people or situations around you that need some sort of shadow work. So we're going to go ahead and get right into this. And let's see what you could be needing to work on, Virgo. Alright, so forgetting oneself, number 17, is the overall theme for you, Virgo. Forgetting oneself. I'm sorry, Virgo. I'm already starting to have a throat chakra blockage. So maybe there's something about that you need to do. It's because I have the air conditioning on right now, and I don't know, it's just dry, the dry air, perhaps. So I'm going to go ahead and look at this from the Dark Mirror Oracle. So give me a second, Virgo, to find this one. So this is number 17. Okay. Oh, I'm on the, sorry, this is in the wrong. This has all different languages in this book, so let me go back to the English side. Alright, forgetting oneself, Virgo. Alright, so I'm just checking this out. This is about denial. Alright, so moon phase is waxing. Okay, so time as an eternal person, time as an eternal present, not fleeting but locked. No progress is no regress either. So a naked young man whose curly brown hair. Okay, this is just describing the card. I'll show it to you in a second. So here we have eating the lotus flower, numbing our identity to go by the sound of music that was never ours. This is a modern Adonis, an ancient Hermes, a grown-up Cupid, shrined by laurel, myth, and lotus. He is the welcoming allure of the present moment, the warm embrace which numbs everything else. Like Bacchus's wet kiss, if you let go of the pressure and of the pain, if you let go enough of your identity and of the context you live in, then you will just feel better. It is what happens when you fall asleep, when you find refuge in the arms of a loved one, or when you watch a movie slumped ungraciously on a comfy couch. Sometimes, however, it asks for more. It takes more out of you, more of yourself to be forgotten, to feel just a little better, and maybe the twisted idea that if you forget everything, then you will actually really feel better. Forgetting everything, letting everything go, not just as a moment of rest, but as a jump in the dark, like vertigo. You stand on the edge of the precipice, and a little part of you wants to jump, but it's just a moment of rest, a moment of pause, a moment of uncreative selfishness. So what? Let it be, and sleep soundly. So I'm getting Virgo. This is about you. Maybe you're paying too much attention on who you are, what's going on around you, being ultra sensitive to your every move, your every action, rather than just forgetting who you are and enjoying the moment. So being able to let go of being in control in a way, I feel like that's what this is all about, is allowing yourself to let go and be in the moment, be in the present. So I feel like that's kind of what this is what it's talking about. And this is some shadow work that you might need to do. You could be ultra attentive to yourself, what you're doing, where you're going, how you're acting, um, what your duties are, and how you present in the world, rather than just feeling relaxed and forgetting yourself, is what I'm getting. And welcome in. Thank you guys. It's hard for me to see. I may have to put my glasses on to be able to see who's in the chat. But you're welcome. I appreciate you being here. Let's see what's going on for Virgo. This is a shadow reading for Virgo. And like this, I'm pretty new to lives, so thank you for your patience. All right, let's see what's going on for Virgo in the shadows. Tell me about Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? What is the problem? And this could also be around you. You might be nervous, Virgo, about situations, people, and how you present is what I'm getting. Tell me more about the shadow work that Virgo needs to do. All right, Virgo, let's see what's going on here in the shadows. I'll get you some advice. Overall, you have the Magician in the reverse. This kind of reminds me of I think it was Taurus that I did a shadow reading where the Magician was in the reverse. It didn't come out in the same position though. So I feel like this has to do with your circumstances, your environment. Maybe you feel confined or restricted by outside forces, you know, influences, people around you. This could be like intimidation or just feeling like you have to conform, not wanting to break out of your mold or break out of conformity is what I'm getting. And this is kind of stopping you like from just being authentic and being creative and just doing what you want to do. So I feel like there could be outside influences that you're feeling somewhat closed in, like trapped, and you can't be yourself. So it's like you're wearing those outside influences, like you're just always worried about what people are thinking about you is what I'm getting. And that's kind of stopping you. It's a blockage. You're coming in as 5 of Wands. So conflict, drama, gossip. And I get this is about other people that you're worried about. You could be like hearing voices, Virgo. Like, I don't know, the voices of other people. You know, this could be self-talk, negative self-talk, or again, it's worrying about what other people think, being approved or in disapproval, right? So this is your energy here in the shadows. In the shadows, you could feel like you're worried about what other people think or causing drama or rocking the boat in some way. So in the shadows, you might feel like there's conflict, there's problems going on, there's people that will disapprove of you. So that could be how you're feeling inside when you are out and about, or even in your daily life, even by yourself. You could have a lot of negative self-talk about what other people will think of you, and it could be quite constricting. Like it could be, you might even feel claustrophobic at times with your thoughts about what other people think. How is it showing up as a problem? It's showing up as a problem because it's 2 of Wands, indecisive, being, you know, what will you do next? And it's maybe you're constantly thinking about other people. What will they think if you make this decision or that decision? So I'm getting, you could be worried about what people think about you, Virgo, and this is affecting your decision making. This is affecting your plans. Like you're considering other people's opinions before what you want in your heart, is what I'm getting. If you could clear up this problem, this shadow work, you would probably have a new start and be passionate about something here. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. You could be timid. I'm getting like a sense of being timid, being afraid to have passion, to take a leap of faith, to take a risk, to be authentic. If you could clear up this shadow work, you might even have more, like, I don't know, intimacy, sexuality. It could also be that. You could be rather conservative, worried about what people think. This could be that you're abstaining from things and playing it safe, right? And I feel like if you were to let go and not worry about what other people think, you could really get some things off the ground. You could have some passions and passionate new encounters as well, is what I'm getting. So one of those steps that you could do, Virgo, to clear up this shadow energy is start reaching out to people, connecting with people. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm a Virgo rising, so I tend to be rather shy, and it can be difficult for me to connect with people and just be extroverted. So I consider Virgos can be rather introverted, and I feel like it might be up to you to start connecting with people, talking to people. Maybe small talk is not up your alley, right? But try to be friendly or just communicate with others. But you might need to, network and connect in different ways. There's a variety of ways that you might want to connect with people. But start reaching out or trying to socialize more. That could be something that would help you to break out of conformity, to break out of timidity. Another situation here is we have the world in reverse. Learning the lessons from the past, revisiting the past. This could be that you're in a cycle where you keep repeating patterns and you're not getting out and doing new things in the world. Travel might help you. If you take a trip, go somewhere that you've never been before. Try to break the cycle of just repeating your routines, Virgo. Virgos like to have, specific routines and a schedule. Maybe you're doing the same things over and over again. It might be time for you to break that pattern and go somewhere new, somewhere mysterious or different. Break the cycle. Something else, we have the Four of Cups. Maybe you're rejecting invitations or offers. It might be time for you to just accept an offer. Just try something new, Virgo. Just go ahead and make a choice, right? It doesn't matter what it is. Just go ahead and accept it. Say yes. Don't say no all the time. Maybe you're declining offers or letting invitations pass you by and not really putting yourself out there. So we're going to get a little more clarity on these and see what's going on for you in terms of this shadow work. How can I help you, Virgo? And hopefully these readings aren't for everyone. It may or may not resonate. This is for Virgo, but you could have Virgo placement that it could resonate, or you could be cross-watching for Virgo, so you're welcome. But I feel like it may or may not resonate with you, but the intention is to try to help you to break out of a shadow energy in your life. So tell me more about this Five of Wands. What's going on for Virgo with the Five of Wands here? Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. It's kind of coming out. It did kind of come out in the reverse. This could be that you could either be coming across as a little negative or bitter or cold, like, maybe you're detaching, being cold because you don't want to deal with people, you don't want drama. So you could be coming off kind of detached, or you might have really strong boundaries with people. I'm getting like, you could have a resting bitch face or something like that. Maybe it's coming off wrong, or maybe you just don't want to deal with people at this time. Something about you cutting people off. Opportunities could be getting cut off too. Why is the Queen of Swords in the reverse? Why is Virgo here and so bitter? You could have some problems with people around you, Virgo, at this time. People that disagree with you, that you don't get along with. Maybe they talked about you in the past. You could have had some gaslighters or haters. Maybe you had to cut them off. And now you're in a situation where you don't want to connect with people. There could be trust issues here. Tell me more about this Queen of Swords. Maybe you were dealing with someone that was, really mean to you, and now you just are closed off. That could be the case too. What is going on with Virgo? All right, so the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like you tried to close off from certain people, maybe people that have been mean or cruel to you, or you just didn't want drama with them, and now you're trying to restore maybe your finances. You could be focused on finances at this time Virgo, you could be just thinking about how you can rebuild after a time of drama, after a time of difficulties dealing with certain people. So I feel like now you're trying to rebuild, you're trying to uh, restore finances from a situation. The problem here is you're being indecisive because you could be very conservative at this time in how other people perceive you. So you could be playing it safe. What is the Two of Wands? Again, we have that World card in reverse. Again, you're repeating. It's like you could be on the fence about a lot of things, like not making decisions that move you forward, making decisions that keep you in a repeating cycle. And so again, the problem is showing up because you might keep going back to old habits, old patterns, ways of doing things, rather than trying something new, stepping out of your comfort zone. That's how it's showing up as a problem. Also, I'm getting that you might not be traveling enough or getting out of your area. You could feel like you're stuck in your town, in your city, and maybe there needs to be a move. Maybe you need to go someplace different, try living somewhere different. Break out of it. Some kind of cycle is what needs to happen. It seems like that's the problem. And if you could clear up this problem, you could probably bring more passion into your life. And this could be passionate encounters with others as well. Yeah, we have the Five of Wands now coming through. So again, it's like, I feel like you're avoiding conflict with people or avoiding talk, gossip. You may be very reserved, very quiet, very private. And the thing is, in order to bring in, to let go of the shadow work and bring in some kind of new, passionate experiences and events in your life, you're going to have to deal with people. And I feel like maybe you're shy, maybe you don't like dealing with people, but we have the Five of Wands here with the Ace of Wands in reverse. And I feel like with that situation, you got to clear up this idea that people are going to talk about you if you go after your passions. Tell me more about this Five of Wands. Why is Virgo so worried about other people, what they're saying about Virgo? Okay, so maybe something about your name. Maybe you don't want your name getting out there. We have the title card, or actually this is the author card. I want to show you there's nudity. So this is the Lo Scarabeo Tarot. This is the title. So I feel like you could be worried about your title or your name getting out there. Maybe people have, like, I don't know, maybe you've had a situation where someone dragged your name through the mud, or you don't want people talking about you, or maybe you are well known and you don't want your name getting out there, or something about your name. Tell me more about this. Why is Virgo worried about this? Again, we have that Two of Wands. It's like you're unable to decide. You could be just unsure. There's a lot of uncertainty in your decision making and your confidence. I feel like it's about what people say about you, something about your name as well, something about making clear decisions that move you forward. Tell me more. Why is this a problem? Maybe you made some poor decisions in the past. There's a need to transform. I feel like with the Tower in reverse, if you could clear the situation up, you could definitely transform the situation by changing your mindset, changing the way that you deal with people, or taking the worries out of your mind that people are going to, say something about you. You could be worried about gossip. You could be worried about, people that are negative, that want to bring you down or something. Connecting with new people, that could be a situation. Getting over you have some sort of sadness or regret from the past. It could be that you had situations with people in the past that gossiped about you, that that's, you know, slandered. I'm getting slander. You could have had some situations with slander in the past, and now it's like you just don't want to deal with people. And I feel like you've got to get over that. That's the first step. You need to really understand what did you feel in that situation. Can you heal from that? Five of Cups in the reverse, needing to get over past situations that really hurt you, that you have a lot of remorse. Maybe you made poor decisions in the past with certain people that you ended up not being able to trust. Now it's time to just clear. Maybe you need to clear your name. Maybe you wanted to clear your name. But I think by going out and talking to people, getting to know people, showing the true you, that's going to clear your name in the now. We going back to the theme, forgetting oneself. Maybe you constantly are thinking about what happened in the past, what you did in the past, the cause and effect. You could need to let go of past situations and events that brought some sort of slander to your name or something like that. I feel like you could be worried about your reputation because of situations in the past, but you've healed from that, or you need to really heal from that. Tell me more about the World card in the reverse for Virgo. What's going on with the World card? Thank you so much for your likes. I really appreciate you. Hello. I can't see everybody's names. Um, okay, so we have the Devil coming out, and this is with the World card. So again, I feel like there's an attachment to patterns, past situations, fears, um, and that is holding you back, is keeping you stuck. This could be a past situation that you were attached to, that was taboo. Maybe you had a situation like an addiction, or a situation where, you know, it affected your reputation, or you had a situation where it's holding you back now because you're still attached to the fear of of letting that go. So you keep repeating it. Even if it's in your own mind, you're still repeating it. You're still, well, this happened in the past and you can't move past it. And I feel like it needs to be released. You could be being held back by something that is creating fear. This could be a person in your life as well that's causing you to feel fearful. A Capricorn energy, or someone that is very toxic. You could have toxic people in your life that want you to keep repeating cycles, want you to stay in bad habits. And that needs to be cleared out, I feel. Tell me more about the Four of Cups in the reverse for Virgo. This is for Virgo, all placements. Tell me about Virgo, Four of Cups in the reverse. So the Knave of Swords in the reverse. Again, I feel like there's this situation where you're worried. Someone's spying on you, someone's watching you. That's on your mind. Like, who's watching you? You're always thinking about that. And maybe there is someone watching you. Maybe someone is spying on you. But I feel like, and maybe this is someone you rejected, and now they're trying to, you know, look at what you're doing. But I feel like it's important for you to make choices and not pass up opportunities. Whether people are watching you or not, Virgo, go ahead and make the choice. Make a choice to do something new. Surprise people. Do something out of the norm, right? People aren't going to expect that, but who cares what they think? Forget about what people think about you. It's easier said than done, but Spirit's advising you to get out of your head about it. Stop worrying about what people are doing behind your back, is what I'm getting. And go ahead and make a choice. It's because as much as you're worried about it, you're not creating. You're being held in, like, it's like you're chained up to this situation of fear, intimidation. Maybe people are intimidating you. I don't know what your situation. Everybody's going to be different. Why is the Magician in the reverse? Maybe someone's manipulating you, or you feel manipulated. You're definitely being manipulated mentally by not doing new things. Okay, so now we have the Knave of Wands in the reverse. Again, I feel like there's an energy of not wanting to do anything new. Maybe you feel like you could be a student, or things are new to you. Like, try something new. Take ballet class, take guitar lessons, do something different. Even if you're a newbie, Don't be afraid. It doesn't matter how old you are. You could be any age and you could start something new. Try it, Virgo. Because I feel like there's an energy here of like holding back and feeling like I can't do it, or you're not being brave enough to do it, or just feeling defeated before you even start something. So I feel like Spirit wants you to go ahead and start something. Why is the Knave of Wands here in the reverse? You could also be dealing with someone that was very manipulative of you, and that could have like given you some kind of bitter feeling toward people, a distrust, right? What is going on with this Magician and the Knave of Wands in reverse? Again, it's like Three of Pentacles. It's like you don't want to work with people. You don't want to, I feel trust issues. You might have left a situation in the past where you were dealing with people that were manipulative, they talked about you, they slandered you, and now you distrust organizations, you distrust collaborations. So I feel like it's still something that you're hanging on to, the idea that you can't trust an organization or you can't trust a group of people, and it's because you were slandered in the past or you were hurt in the past, and now you're holding back because you're being careful, you're being cautious about it. All right, let's get a message for you, a piece of advice. Let's see what is coming out here for Virgo. What is another message for Virgo that Virgo needs to know? Okay, so we have Aradia. Yeah, defense. You're being very defensive. Okay, so there's an energy of being very defensive, having your guard up. I'm getting Nine of Wands energy, so just, you know, you're not breaking free of the bondage that you have with fear that's holding you back. And that fear is the fear of intimidation by other people. And maybe you were intimidated, maybe you were slandered. And now it's time to break free and to forget yourself. Don't focus on what people are going to be doing to you. But you're very defensive here. So we have Aradia being very defensive, and that's in the shadows for you, Virgo. What's the advice for Virgo? What can Virgo do to break out of these patterns, to clear this shadow? What can Virgo do? I'm going to put my glasses so maybe I'll be able to see. All right, so intuitive nudges. All right, so let's see. Intuitive nudges. So intuition is the language of the soul. We are all born aware with a profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess, which keeps us connected to our higher selves, the universe, and to our divine spirit. Intuitive nudges. What I feel like, trust the universe, trust your intuition rather than your logic so much. Because I feel like you're constantly thinking, analyzing, and not really getting out of that. It's important to open your third eye, open your crown chakra, allow things to flow into you, allow the universe to carry you, and allow your heart chakra to be open to the newness around you and your senses as well, because you're very sensitive to your thoughts, to what other people are thinking. So trust your intuition when it comes to getting out of this shadow energy of these cycles of fear and intimidation. So intuition. And there's different ways you might want to meditate or take a moment each day to stop the chatter, stop the mental chatter. And that's kind of obvious, but I feel like that's something that you could do to help yourself, Virgo. All right, let's see what other messages we can get you for you, Virgo. Any guidance for Virgo? Okay, let's see. What does your inner child want you to know, Virgo, about this shadow work? What does your inner child want you to know about this shadow work, Virgo? All right, so there's hope ahead. So have courage and take heart, for there is hope. So be courageous, Virgo. When it comes to other people, try to let go of intimidation or feelings that you have to be conforming or you have to do it or please other people. I feel like this could be about people pleasing, but it also could be about protecting your reputation as well. I'm going to pull a card for you, Virgo, as a final message. And thank you so much for joining me here today. I really appreciate it. This is like new for me, so I'm not really used to doing lives, but I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. Let's see what's going on. Okay, let's see. Sorry about that, Virgo. If I can get this. Okay. All right, Virgo. What did I pull? Okay, conclusion. Chapter 1, the end. All right. So, I don't know, something about ending the cycle with yourself of fear, intimidation, and conformity is what I'm hearing. So, you need to close the chapter on that. You really need to close the chapter and put an end to it. And maybe even, I just did a short about what you're called to do, and that could be for everybody. But Virgo, maybe you're called to be a writer. There could be something about writing, that you need to start writing your book. And I don't know, that could be a way of connecting with others as well, joining a writing circle or something. I'm going to get one more for you, Virgo. What else does Virgo need to know about shadow work? What does Virgo need to know about shadow work? Please give me a message for the beautiful Virgo collective. What does Virgo need to know for shadow work? Fragment. I had a feeling that was going to come out, and it's in the reverse. Fragment. What does that mean to you, Virgo? Fragment. I feel like this is about not being whole and not be, you know, it's like you're giving your parts of yourself to other people. You're allowing it's like they're living rent free in your head. That's what I'm getting. So that's fragmenting you. It's letting people take pieces of you. It's weird. I don't want to like I'm just like cannibalism. Like people can, you know, be terrible. Like people will eat you. Like people will like take parts of you, you know, if you allow them to, Virgo. And that's because you're allowing it in your head. So don't allow people to take from you. They're fragmenting you, and you're giving them your energy. So I feel like it's time for you to be whole again. It's time for you to end the cycle of intimidation, of being fearful, and be whole again. Be complete. Forget what other people think. And we come back to that forgetting oneself. Forgetting oneself. So Virgo, that's what I have for this reading today. And I hope this helped you. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. I just want to say hellos, Slasha and Alex. Okay, thank you for joining me today. So Majuve, I can't read everybody's name. Sorry, these glasses are not the best. So I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye for now.